number 50 on the season. They are 49-21 at this point after winning 5 of 6 games against the High Point Rockers over the course of last week. They took yesterday off, and now they'll take on the Wild Health Genomes on the road before returning back to town to take on the Lexington Legends. When we come back on the other side of the timeout, we'll recap what happened on Sunday night. We'll get the starting lineups ready, and then we'll take a look at around the league as we get set for first pitch in Lexington here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings.
Back here at Wild Health Field, just a moment away from the start of action. Back here at Wild Health Field, just a moment away from the start of action between the Gastonia Honey Hunters as they take on the Wild Health Genomes. As Gastonia comes in with a 49-21 record, this is a club that is putting together some pretty phenomenal numbers as they are winning at a 70% clip on the season. They'll take on the Wild Health Genomes in a 3-game series that will go tonight, tomorrow afternoon, and Thursday night before we head back to town, as Gastonia will take on the Lexington Legends in a 3-game weekend series at Caramont Health Park. Sunday evening was supposed to be a doubleheader of action. We got 1 game in as the rain was persistent throughout the day, and it kept drizzling throughout the course of game 1. And as the field conditions did deteriorate because there were some slick spots on the artificial surface, it ended up being a situation they decided just to play the 1 game after the 1 game was completed. Zach Jarrett in that contest hit 2 home runs. He had 3 RBI in the contest, and Gastonia would put together a 3-run frame to win 5-2 against the High Point Rockers. The Rockers winning the opener of the 7-game series on July 4th. Gastonia, that was the final game of the first half of the season. Gastonia since then ran off 5 consecutive games against the High Point Rockers. Today they turned their attention to a Wild Health club that's got a lot of firepower. This is a club that can hit the ball out of the park with the best of them in the Atlantic League, and they've added a key piece to what they hope to be will be a playoff run. We'll talk more about that as we continue on, as Gastonia will send Zach Godley to the bump this evening against Eli Villanueva. Now, on the 29th of June, Eli Villanueva put together a very solid effort for the Wild Health Genomes. It was the night after Gastonia had clinched the first half of the South Division title. And in that contest, Eli Villanueva put together some very solid numbers. I'm going to go ahead and pull those up and give those to you. As in that game, Villanueva was really solid. Villanueva, in the course of the action, pitched, I believe it was 7 innings, scattered 7 hits, ended up in a circumstance to where he gave up 7 hits in the 7 innings, 2 runs they were earned. He walked 4, he struck out 5 in 115 pitches as he got the win 11-2 over the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Villanueva comes in with a 5-6 record on the season, a 5.30 ERA. Godley comes in 2-0 on the year, a 4.85 ERA on the season. This is the lineup that Goose Gazzo will roll out this evening for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. It'll be Reese Hampton. He'll lead off. He'll be in left field this evening. Batting second will be Jack Reinheimer over at shortstop. Joseph Rosa will bat third. He'll be over at second base. Zach Jarrett will bat cleanup. He'll be in right field this evening. Raider Escanio will bat fifth over at the hot corner. Jake Skoll will bat sixth. He'll be in center field this evening. Hurley Rodriguez getting the start off in this contest. Luis Castro will bat seventh over at first base. Emmanuel Tapia will bat eighth as the designated hitter. Batting ninth will be Stuart Levy, the catcher. So it'll be Hampton, Reinheimer, Rosa, Jared Escanio, Skoll, Castro, Tapia, and Levy for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. For Wild Health this evening, it'll be Luke Becker leading off, playing first base. Jimmy Paredes will bat second at second base. Chris Davis is the newfound signing for Mark Menikazi's club. This is a young man who is a prodigious home run hitter and had a number of really solid years in the major leagues. He'll be the DH for the Wild Health Genomes this evening. Moises Sierra will bat cleanup over at third base. Chris Shaw will bat fifth in left field. Felix P.A. will bat sixth. He'll be in right field this evening. Chase Valo will bat seventh. He'll be the catcher. Anderson Miller will bat eighth in center field. Batting ninth will be Clayton Melbauer, the shortstop this evening for Wild Health. So recapping the lineup, it'll be Becker, Paredes, Davis, Sierra, Shaw, P.A., Valo, Miller, and Melbauer, as it'll be Eli Villanueva getting the start this evening for the Wild Health Genomes. When we come back on the import within the community, it also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number is duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC. Minutes on Long Island. Staten Island travels to Southern Maryland to take on the Blue Crabs, and York.
Being first, the beginning of the line. People.
Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in
Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to care
of the season and off to the races? A club already with 49 wins in 70 games, looking rarely home on the weekends. We are going to have a stretch of games to where we're going to have another weekend series. We'll go on the road for 6 games next week, but then we're back for more home weekends in the Atlantic League season, as Reese Hampton will lead things off for the Gastonia Honey Hunters this evening. Wherever you are tuning in this evening, however you are tuning in, thank you for being a part of tonight's action as Reese Hampton steps into the box. The .235 hitter on the season with 4 homers and 21 RBI. Eli Villanueva will wheel and fire the first offering of the ball game. It's inside and we're underway. 6 is our first pitch time this evening, 88 degrees. It's been hotter in the press box. He's walked 35 and struck out 71. As Hampton swings and misses, and he's out number 1 in the ball game. A .264 average against for Villanueva here in the season. And that'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. Reinheimer getting the start in his customary shortstop position this evening. Manny Gonzalez is the home plate umpire in this contest. Jason Tice is over at first base, and then Ben Levin is over at third base this evening in the contest. As Reinheimer swings and misses in the first offering from Villanueva in the at-bat. We mentioned Villanueva in the pregame show. 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 5, throwing 115 pitches against the Honey Hunters on the 29th of June. Breaking ball misses up to even the count at 1-1. This is a Wild Health club that has had some struggles here in the early part of the second half, as they are 1-4 so far in the second half. As Reinheimer fouls the pitch back. Reinheimer, a .270 hitter with 7 homers, 39 RBI. As Reinheimer's going to mash that one out to right field, but coming on is Felix P.A. for the second out. As we take a look at the defensive alignment for Wild Health this evening, Chris Shaw in left field, Anderson Miller in center, Felix P.A. in right field, Moises Sierra over at third base, Clayton Melbauer over at shortstop, Jimmy Paredes at second, Luke Becker at first, Chase Valo is at the catcher position. And that brings up Joseph Rosa. Rosa, a .335 average, 11 homers, and 55 RBI. The pitch from Villanueva. Breaking ball misses up to start the at-bat out against the second baseman. That is having a sensational season. Rosa is going to call time before Villanueva can get into his windup. There's a cat and mouse game developing here very early in this contest. Breaking ball taken for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Zach Jarrett is on deck. Should Rosa reach, is the middle third of the order will be your Jarrett, Ascanio, and Skull. Bottom third of the order, Castro, Tapia, and Levy. Villanueva wheels and fires the 1-1, misses up and away with an off-speed pitch to work the count to 2-1. Busy last couple of days here in Lexington at Wild Health Field, not because there's been baseball played in the Atlantic League. There was a youth camp that just broke up as the team bus pulled in this afternoon. As the pitch misses down, the count goes to 3-1. The Cincinnati Reds had a traveling camp. It's a mini camp for youngsters. They had about 85 here is I think what the number was. So they were instructed, they were given T-shirts and had just a good old time. And this is Reds country here. As Rosa sends it back up the middle, and it'll be a 2-out knock. And for Joseph Rosa, he will continue to have a solid year as he gets on base for his first at bat in the ball game, and that brings up Zach Jarrett. And talking about a guy that is finding his stride, Jarrett comes into this contest, .266 average, 9 homers, 35 RBI. He had 2 homers on Sunday in that 5-2 win. As Jarrett lifts that one out into right field, PA drifting back toward the warning track. He'll make the catch to retire the side. Gastonia gets a hit, but they can't convert the runner as we've played 1/2 inning here in Lexington. We'll be back on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
Back here in Lexington, it's the Gastonia Honey Hunters playing the first of a day. As the breaking ball swung on and missed by Becker, to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The last time that Godley was here was July 1st against Lexington. Went 5 innings, and those 5 innings were not like the first 5 innings. 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned. He gave up 3 home runs as that ball fouled off the foot of Becker. And we'll do it all over again. Now, the positive thing for Godley in both of those scenarios, if there is a silver lining, especially to game 2, is he had no decisions in both games. As Daniel Corsino pitched a very good game along with some bullpen help for Lexington in that first outing. The second outing, he got hit pretty good, but the offense came back and ended up winning the game. One of the more thrilling contests on the season as Becker is going to lift that one down the left field line. It's going to bounce off the wall where the bullpens used to be. And Luke Becker's going to have himself a leadoff double to get things started here in the first inning. So he stayed inside the baseball, was able to roll it down the left field line on a soft liner, and that'll bring up Jimmy Paredes. Paredes coming in on a .298 hitter, 8 homers, 39 RBI. Now Godley will work out of the set position with the runner down at second base. 2. Godley with that 2-0 record, 4.85 ERA, 26 innings, 21 hits, 14 runs, all earned, 9 walks, 31 strikeouts, a .221 average against. It's the breaking ball, cut on and missed. Paredes is the first out of the game for Wild Health. That'll bring up Chris Davis. Chris Davis, lead from second was Luke Becker, and it'll be the 6th RBI, I should say, for Chris Davis. And it's 1-0 as Moises Sierra will step to the plate. Sierra, 6 homers, 29 RBI on the season, a .281 average for the right-handed batter. Godley sets the pitch, taken for a strike. It's Castro holding on Chris Davis over at first base. It's Godley. Has the sign from Levy. Holds high. Here's the pitch. That ball rolled out to the Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia Baseball.
Get social with your favorite baseball team at Go Honey Hunters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's at Go Honey Hunters on all of our social media platforms.
The Gastonia Honey Hunters are looking for host families this Atlantic League season. If you have a little free space to pick up the win, for a base hit, that's still available here at the ballpark. So if you're in the mood for up Emmanuel Tapia, 30-31 on the season. 7 on the season, and Gastonia owns a 3-1 advantage. Tapia not able to advance on the pitch. A crooked number here in the second. They have the 3-1 advantage. The last time out for Eli Villanueva, try to pull up those numbers. Against Lexington, as Hampton's going to bounce it back to Villanueva. Villanueva over to second. They're never going to get Hampton. There's 2 out in the inning as Tapia was eliminated on the force. Now Reese Hampton will be at first base, and that'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. Reinheimer will step to the plate against Villanueva, who on Friday, the 8th of July, against Lexington, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. He walked 3, struck out 7. 99 pitches thrown, 61 of them for strikes. And Villanueva will now keep an eye on Reese Hampton. Hampton, with 33 stolen bases, you want to keep an eye on the Atlantic League leader. The pitch from Villanueva misses outside. Reinheimer flies out to right in the first inning, but has a chance at a reprieve here with 2 down in the second. As Hampton looks over at Villanueva. Villanueva has the sign. High hold on the set. Hampton's going to go. The breaking ball misses. The throw is going to be in time. Chase Vallot is able to get Hampton on the stolen base attempt to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Gastonia puts up a 3 spot. They lead 3-1 here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
Bottom of the second inning. Gastonia with a 3-1 advantage over the Wild Health Genomes. Wild Health will send up Chris Shaw, Felix Pie, and Chase Vallot. Chris Shaw comes in a .277 hitter, 8 homers and 31 RBI. Left-handed bat against Zach, the right field side. As the slider misses down and in. If you're Luis Castro, if you're Joseph Rosa, you're going to have to contend with the sun. If you're Zach Jarrett, you're definitely going to have to contend with the sun. A ground ball is far more manageable than a fly ball. Shaw's going to foul that one back to the backstop here at Wild Health Field. 318 down the right field line, about 330 down the left field line, 400 in dead center. However, there are contours at this ballpark which require a ball that's hit to either side of dead center to possibly be hit a little farther than the prescribed 400 feet on the walls. Three ball, 2 strike count. Godley breaking ball. Taken for strike 2. They're wearing the white paints. Those caps were broken out. Those caps were broken out to begin the second half of the year. Breaking ball catches the outer third. Felix Pie is rung up on strikes. There's one down in the second. Second strikeout for Zach Godley as PA leaves the bat in the right-handed batter's box. And that'll bring up Chase Velo. Third base position. However, with a pull shift on, don't worry. One of the all-time Honey Hunters, your hometown team.
Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park, gohoneyhunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place.
A pizza joint about a block away from the hotel. It's the breaking ball taken for a strike. Rosa falls behind 0-2. Also found a sub shop pretty much right next door to the pizza place. Probably going to frequent that as well. I don't have a need for a hot dog because I had that tonight. The 0-2 from Villanueva. Fastball misses up. Roman stepped inside, knew exactly what he wanted, paid the guys, and in 5 minutes was out the door and ready to hop on the bus. Ultra efficient. It's Rosa. Waits on the 1-2. Reinheimer takes his lead. Rosa's going to lift that one out over the head of Paredes. Reinheimer's going to take a big turn. They're going to challenge single to lead off the second inning. Now, the interesting thing about it is I get back to the ballpark for the weekend series against the High Point Rockers, and I just happen to know one of the visiting teams getting the Carpenters treatment at Caramount Health Park. Now, of course, that happens here, but Curtis Lyons didn't let me know that that was going to happen. It's becoming almost a running punchline around the Atlantic League now for me. But Lyons played a Carpenters song for an opposing batter, and I couldn't help but chuckle inside. It's the count 2-0 to Ascanio, a 4-1 Gastonia lead. Watches that pitch sail up and out of the zone. The count 3-0. So Villanueva, for all the effectiveness that he had on the 29th of June against the Gastonia Honey Hunters, finding the sledding awfully tough here in this outing. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for strike one. Joseph Rosa down at second base, one down here in the top of the third. A 4-1 advantage for Gastonia. Villanueva misses down. Ascanio's going to get the walk. That'll bring up Jake Skull. First walk of the ball game issued by Eli Villanueva. And Jake Skull will step to the plate. Skull had a single his first time up. Gastonia with an opportunity to put up another crooked number in this inning and really create some separation between themselves and the Wild Health Genomes. Seeking win number 50 on the season, and that is significant. As the pitch misses. To recap the way the week's going to go here in Lexington, we'll play the game tomorrow at 12:05. 11:50 will be on the air. And then on Thursday night, we play at 6:35. That's going to make for a late bus ride home. The pitch Skull watches it bounce in the turf. Count goes to 2-0. If we leave the ball yard at about 11 o'clock on Thursday night, we'll probably roll into Gastonia sometime around 5 in the morning. Which means I have a feeling batting practice could be left to a player's own discretion in the cages. As Villanueva took a look back at Rosa, and that look back chased Rosa back to the bag. The pitch, Skull swings and misses. He was sitting on a fastball. He got the breaking ball instead. And the count now 2-1. Rosa down at second, Ascanio at first, 4-1 Gastonia lead. Villanueva is going to throw the ball to second and bounce it off the ribs of Rosa. As Rosa went diving in, Villanueva threw the baseball toward the shortstop, Clayton Melbauer, and instead it got Rosa in the ribs and trickled over to Jimmy Paredes. Skull waits on the 2-1. Here's the pitch from Villanueva. Misses high, and now the count's 3-1. And now it's pretty easy to see what's happening here. Jake Skull's looking for a fastball. He hopes he gets a cookie. And if he gets that cookie, he's going to try to do damage with it. Villanueva looks in long for the sign from Velo. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for strike 2. And now the count runs full. That pitch was in the top of the zone. It was a breaking ball. It'll be interesting to see if Skull sees a fastball on a full count. And Villanueva is going to look Rosa back, which gives me an indication that he's not going to see a fastball at this 3-2 pitch. One down in the inning. We'll see if the runners go. The runners do not go, and Skull gets a fastball, and he can't catch up to it. 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Luis Castro. Second strikeout for Villanueva. With 2 outs, that brings up Luis Castro, trying to stretch this Gastonia lead, which currently sits at 4-1. Next inning, we'll take a look around the league at scores from the Atlantic. Lexington and Long Island are already having a real offensive Donnybrook in New York State. Castro hit a ball off the Mose sign in right field, but Ascanio was looking to tag on the play, and he could not advance beyond third. It's the breaking ball taken for strike. Rosa reached on a single. It was an RBI single. Ascanio reached on a walk. Here's the pitch to Castro. At the knees for strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Castro as Rosa and Ascanio wait to see what happens in this at bat. The defense has Castro shifted to the pull side just a little bit for the right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Castro. Slider in the turf, smothered by Velo. The wind continues to blow firmly. If you're a right-handed power hitter trying to lift the ball out of this yard, you're going to need to break out the 3-wood in the hopes that you can keep it under the wind. The pitch, Castro swings and misses. That'll retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts for Villanueva gets him out of the frame, but not before Gastonia puts a single run up in the third. They lead 4-1. We'll be back in just a moment on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! The Gastonia Honey Hunters are looking for host families this Atlantic League season. If you have a little free space in your home and a lot of love in your heart for the grand old game, hosting a player for the season is a great experience with a ton of perks. Call Brady Salisbury at 704-874-1810 for more information. That's 704-874-1810. The Gastonia Honey Hunters, your hometown team. Bottom of the third inning, Gastonia with a 4-1 advantage over Wild Health. So it'll be Clayton Mulbauer leading off, followed by Luke Becker and Jimmy Paredes, 9-1-2 to face off against Zach Godley. Mulbauer, the shortstop, a 194 hitter, 2 homers, 6 RBI on the season. Right-handed batter is Mulbauer, facing off against Godley. Godley, the former 15-game winner in the major leagues for the Arizona Diamondbacks. As the pitch misses outside. Mulbauer has, at least against the Honey Hunters, seen the majority of the reps at shortstop lately. That had been given to Cleo Luis Rondon, as that pitch is going to get a piece of Stuart Levy at home plate. And that's going to cause Manny Gonzalez to walk a baseball out to Zach Godley. He'll put it in his glove and he'll walk back slowly. Is Levy getting the start this evening? It stands to reason that Alex Holderbach would get the start tomorrow afternoon. That's commonly the way this works. Free pass that Godley has given up to lead